There's Palmer knocking the ball down, picked up by Ian Law. Here come Hawthorn again, the ball on the half-forward line. A chance for Albiston, he misses it. Peter Walker comes in. Also, Scott, who picks the ball up, sends it to the half-forward line. Wooler flies, one hand, can't pull it in. Law comes in, the whistle goes, and umpire Crouch awarding a free kick to Freddie Wooler for centre-half-forward position for Geelong.
That was against Gary Young, who was holding on to Wooler to stop him getting away from him.
Fred Wooler, Geelong skipper, right in the centre. A beautiful drop kick right down to full forward. Doug Wade sets himself. Number 23 is up, can't pull it down. A chance for Stead Hay, number 20, knocks the ball along in front of him. Here's Wade, picks the ball up, bounces it on the boundary line. He's tackled by Parks, brought to the ground, picked up by Cooper of Hawthorn. Play pretty hectic again, and it's out of bounds in Geelong's forward pocket.
One of the most remarkable things about the game so far has been almost the complete blanketing of Doug Wade at full forward, the champion full forward for the Cats. Farmer tries to fight it from the air the second time. Here's Hyde going in, tackled by Parkin. He's still going strong, then he runs back into two more Hawthorn opponents. They seem to be everywhere. He gets a free kick, but I don't rightly feel that he deserved it. He could score a goal from here. It's right on the boundary line. Oh, this one's going wide of the goal square, and a good mark is taken by Phil Hay.
4 minutes of play gone in the third quarter. And there's the kick by Hay up to the half-back line. Up is Uren, high over the pack. Can't pull the mark down. A chance for Ian Law, who picks the ball up. Looks for somebody. He's in trouble as he's tackled by Routley. There's a cry of holding the ball or dropping the ball. But it's over the line and a throw-in to take place on the half-forward line for Geelong.
Throw in now. Farmer waits for it, then threads it through the pack, and he can't get there quick enough to pick it up after it hits the ground. There's a free kick to Hawthorn. Uren takes it on the back line. His torpedo punt kick is a real torpedo punt, and it goes onto the half-forward line. Peter Walker finds Coverdale behind him. Peter Walker having trouble getting rid of it. Coverdale gets up to grab him, but not before Walker's given it to Stuart Lord. He kicks the ball to Alistair Lord on the run. Alistair Lord's left foot kick is going in towards goal, but it falls short. It's marked by Phil Hay with Doug Wade slow to the line. Again to the members' wing. Old Farmer very nearly brought down a one-handed mark. A kick off the ground by Nolder. Picked up by Coverdale. Peter Walker's limping as Coverdale races away with the ball. Look at him go. Beautiful play by Coverdale. Left foot kick. It's swinging just away from goal. Tragedy for Coverdale. It deserved better. The mark is taken by Scott.
I think Walker has some kind of an ankle injury, and Geelong must be worried over this.
There's the kick by Scott up to the half-back line. Up is Brown, and a good mark to the Geelong winger on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. The Geelong with a chance now to come forward again. Drop kick up to the centre wing. Players set themselves. Up is Goodland. In front of him was Nolder, appealing for the mark, and looks like he's going to be awarded this mark. And rightly so. He was in front and he pulled it down. Darky Nolder, Hawthorn's centre man, to take his kick with 6 minutes of play gone in the third quarter.
This is his 14th kick. He's really on top of Alistair Lord, who's only had 8 for the whole quarter, game.
10 points the difference. Nolder kicks onto the half-forward line. Albiston, his right foot kick is into the full-forward pocket. It's out of bounds. Comments from Jeff Leake.
Well, Hawthorn seem to be doing much better in this quarter now when they're making the ball their object and not the man. And they're getting the ball down forward quite well and looking for a man up forward.
Farmer, beautiful hand pass across to Stuart Lord. Had to kick it off the right leg, which was awkward in the position he was, and it's out of play on the half-forward line, or it's more truthfully in the full-forward pocket on the outer side at the Richmond end of the ground. Peck goes up against Farmer, keeps him out. Farmer kicks it along the ground. Albiston misses the ball. This is Devine. Devine with plenty of dash kicks the ball into attack for the Cats. They springboard back. They boomeranged it back into attack. Gary Young loses the ball. Hines has hold of it, runs into his own captain Wooler, bounces off him and gets onto his right kicking leg. He runs a long way with that ball, kicks it past Wade. The ball in towards the full forward zone, and they battle hard for it here. Wade shoulder to shoulder with Phil Hay. They won't contest it. Uran is held but not possession by Routley. Play on, says the umpire. Parkin's on the ground with the ball. Routley tries to take it off him, so too does Wade, but it'll be balled up on the half-forward line in front of the members' pavilion at the scoreboard end of the ground. Geelong are 10 points in front. Law heads for the ball. He's first there with Alistair Lord behind him. They both miss it. Two Geelong players flash, Brown and Rice. The ball goes to Nolder. Nolder kicks the ball back into the centre of the ground. Farmer tries to drag in another one-hand mark. It's to Scott. He scoops it to Scott. Scott's in trouble. Pulled down by Graham Arthur. The ball goes back to Albiston. Graham Arthur's holding his nose.
think Graham Arthur and Scott clashed heads. They're both holding their pace, Scott particularly, and so is Arthur.
Arthur on the half-forward line for Hawthorn, sends it in towards Peck. Can't pull the mark down. A chance for Lord. Picked up by Ian Mort, though. He loses the ball when he's tackled. Roy West tries to tap it out to Farmer. It comes to Peter Walker, and the Geelong defence standing firm as Walker kicks it back to their half-forward line. A chance here for Sharrock. Sharrock on the half-forward flank, gets his boot to the ball, gets pushed in the back after it, and goes to Phil Hay, who is again in front of Doug Wade, and he's playing a magnificent game for Hawthorn. He kicks the ball wide to the centre wing, coming in as Brown, doing battle with Fisher. Brown gets hipped out there by Stead Hay, recovers well. A clash between Hines and Stead Hay. The ball comes to Fisher. Fisher gets it to the centre wing position, to the open spaces, and it's going close to the boundary line and over the line and out of bounds. A time check, 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes into the third quarter.
GTV at the grand final with a non-stop coverage as up they go, and it's Goodland on the ground. Knocks the ball away. Picked up by Brown. Brown's left foot kick is into the full forward line. And Parkin relieves. Geelong drop another mark. Goodland on his 19th man drops a mark. Don't tell me he's getting the free kick.
Yeah, it's charitable day, I'd say, a very lucky one. There's Graham Arthur in the hands of the trainers after that clash with Scott.
There's a kick by Goodland, down to full forward. Doug Wade tries to hook it in one-handed. It comes out towards Stead Hay. He's a pretty tough guy. He's a half-back flanker for Hawthorn. And he kicks it down to the half-forward line for his team towards Ian Law. In front of Scott, appealing for the mark. It's play on. Stuart Lord retrieves the ball, gets it back towards the centre wing, and Polly Farmer takes the mark and stands his ground. Farmer on the centre wing, on the outer side of the ground, and kicking down towards the scoreboard end.
10 minutes of play gone, 10 points the difference, and Geelong are in front. They're into attack again through Farmer's kick. Beck punches the ball back, attempted through the pack. Stead Hay is more effective with a kick. Farmer hand passes beautifully, and Geelong come forward again. Stuart Lord and Alistair Lord were both in there, couldn't take it. Hines grabbed McPherson high, and it's his free kick. 52 to 42, Geelong 7-10, Hawthorn 6-6. Geelong in front by 10 points.
There's the kick by McPherson down towards Coverdale. It goes past him. It comes out towards Stuart Lord. He's tackled by Ian Law. The ball comes towards Coverdale. Can't pull it in. Stuart Lord comes through and he's dropped to the ground heavily, and the whistle is gone. Umpire Crouch comes in to ball it up half-forward line for Hawthorn. There's the bounce. Farmer knocks the ball down, but gives it straight to Ian Law. He's tackled by Brown. Picked up by Brown, and he gets his left foot towards, sends it wide to the centre wing, looking for somebody, but it's out of bounds once again. A throw in front of the outer stand on the centre wing. Graham Arthur still receiving attention from the Hawthorn trainer. There's the ball being knocked down by Beck. Woodley tries to come through, picked up by Fisher. Fisher gives it to Alberston. He's slung, but punches the ball wide. It comes in to Peter Walker. He's tackled by Coverdale. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher handballs it wide. It's still on the centre wing. Picked up by Alberston. He gets it forward to the half-forward line. The mark for Hawthorn is taken by Graham Arthur, who is quick to dash away from the trainer to take the mark. There's the kick by Arthur. Down to full forward. John Watts. He's strong in the air. Another good mark to the former West Australian player.
Watts has been marking in this game as he did last appearance for Geelong, as though nobody else was in the match. Goggin, hand pass, good play by Goggin. Sharrock misses it, coming downfield, Phil Hay. Picked up by Devine, and Devine's kick is onto the half-forward line. Sharrock giving chase, it bounces back over his head. He gets it this time, now it's swept away from him by Cooper. Throw in the shadows of the members' pavilion. Past the halfway mark. Nolder. A left foot kick by Nolder. Watts coming down to meet it. Has to spoil because Olsen was in better position to mark. Coverdale and Peter Walker run the ball across the line. Arthur still having trouble with his nose bleeding. Devine alongside him, hoping he'll bleed to death. Not really. And here's a throw in now across the centre wing. Farmer, beautiful hand pass, but well, it's not beautiful because it doesn't find a player. But his execution was fine. That's Fisher kicking the ball upfield, and Law tried hard to mark. Now he goes back in half for Scott, pulls him down with tenacious miss. Holding the ball against Scott. What do you say, Jim Taylor?
Well, I would say he gave Scott no chance whatsoever to get rid of the ball. Scott was forced back by Law, grabbing him low, I thought, and tried to get his balance to punch the ball. I think the player with the ball must be given a little bit of latitude to get some semblance of balance.
half-forward line. He kicks the ball towards Peck. Peck coming out to get it. It goes down, but he's pushed in the back. It's his free kick.
Bob Davies not happy about it, but that's one that I wouldn't disagree with umpire Crouch. That was a definite free kick.
This will be Peck's 4th kick for the game, and 3 of them have been free kicks.
He's straight in front, 40 yards out. Goal to a vice-captain.
The second goal kicked by John Peck in the grand final. There's John Peck. And there's the score. Geelong 7-10, 52. Hawthorn 7-6, 48.
Who do you think are winners at this stage, Jeff Lee?
Well, I think Geelong have still got the show, Tony, because of their pace. I feel that in this quarter that Hawthorn might find their legs giving out on them.
Ball coming across to the members' wing. Graham Arthur's after it. He's recovered temporarily, it would seem. Let's hope permanently. Ratley gave him chase. He handballed beautifully to Uran. Uran's put down by Yates. Play on, says the umpire. The ball up onto the half-forward line. Peck wheels it over his head for Woodley to pick it up on the run. Woodley versus Goodland. The ball is picked up by Mort. Mort turns beautifully out of trouble. Gets the ball onto his left foot. He's going up towards Alveston. He's in front. He's dragged down. Play on, says the umpire. And it allows Roy West to clear. West is right on the half-back line now from the full-back line. He kicks it into the centre of the ground. And here comes Hines. Olsen has hold of the ball. Stedhay putting a boot in. And Graham Arthur's nose is showing the signs of a tough battle. And tough it is at the grand final.
And there's the ball up, and Cooper knocks the ball forward 20 yards for Hawthorn. A chance here. The ball will be picked up by Arthur. He sends it in with a punt kick towards the pocket position. Up is Woodley, can't hold the mark. Roy West comes in, and it's out of bounds 20 yards from the Hawthorn goal.
Goal scorers for Geelong, 2 to Yates and Goggin, and 1 each to Rice, Hines and Wooler. Ruck duel coming up. Peck versus Yates. Oh, pushing the back to John Peck, but it's play on. Picked up by Ian Mort. He sends it in, a snapshot towards goal. There it is in the 10-yard square. It bounces across, and Scott can't get to it before it's out of bounds.
Good decision by umpire Crouch in not paying that free kick to Pecky, who definitely propped in front of Yates and played for the free.
There's the throw. No one gets the knockdown. A chance here for Billy Goggin. If he can pick the ball up, he's being tackled by Ian Moore. The ball bounces right for Goggin. Goggin is tackled and brought to the ground by Coverdale. Play pretty hectic. Coverdale and Goggin in there, and Devine comes in too. And it stacks on the mill. The ball up by umpire Crouch, 50 yards from the Hawthorn goal. Woodley. But Watts knocks the ball down, gives it to Devine. This kick is smothered, but it comes up towards the centre wing. Up high is Sharrock over the top of McPherson. Picked up by Nolder. Nolder gets it to the half-forward line. Trying to come through, Peter Walker, but he can't quite pick it up. He's in there again trying to retrieve it. He's got it now. Players coming over the top of him, and another ball up I feel.
Only 4 points the difference. Watts does a Polly Farmer. Handballs it into the centre of the ground. Olsen's too clever and too fast. And his foot pass from the left foot is to Uren. Uren's got his kick in before Ratley tackled him, and Arthur's taken it on the half-forward line. A great piece of play by Olsen, and it brought chain reaction results. Arthur's torpedo punt is going towards Peck. Peck's in front of the man, spoilt by West. Yates tries it. Hawthorn coming good here. A kick up the ground. One flag. I think it was Peck who kicked it.
17 minutes of play gone in the third quarter of the grand final for 1963.
Goal kickers for Hawthorn, 2 to John Peck and 1 each to Woodley, Mort, Coverdale, Law and Fisher.
There's the score. Geelong 52 to Hawthorn 49.
24 free kicks to Hawthorn, 20 to Geelong.
Roy West kicks off for Geelong to the half-back line. Watts tries to mark, can't pull it down, picked up by Fisher. Here come the Hawks, heading home as Fisher gets it to the half-forward line. Yates can't pull the mark down. In comes Cooper. Cooper handballs it out. Kick forward by Alveston into the 10-yard square. It drifts away at the last minute, and a point to Hawthorn.
Now it's only 2 points the difference, and what a fight back by the Hawks.
It looks as though Geelong have not been able to get started since half-time, and it's Hawthorn that have found their legs certainly a lot quicker than Geelong.
Roy West's kick to the back line behind Alistair Lord dropped the mark. Geelong have been fumbling very badly in this quarter. Lord kicks the ball to Orge Walker, but it's marked by Coverdale, and this is what's happening repeatedly. Hawthorn playing well. Up towards Peck goes Coverdale's kick. Peck can't mark it again. Roy West is playing very close to him. Law and Scott run the ball across the line. And there is, I think, he allows it to play on. The ball is play on. It's on the back line. Cooper's kick coming into the full forward line. Peck gets another chance. He's marked it this time.
Peck has already had 5 kicks for the game and has kicked 2 goals, 3 behinds.
The game hasn't seen an exhilarating performance from either full forward by any means. They're capable of much better play than this, but the defences are playing very close. Peck kicks a bad one. It goes 45 degrees to the line, and luckily it finds Coverdale. A very bad kick by John Peck. 9 times out of 10 he'd get it much, much closer than that.
And Coverdale's put it over Crouch to the tune of at least 7 or 8 yards. He's gone out towards the front of the goal. He's going further.
That could be a goal. No, it's one flag. A bad miss by Kevin Coverdale.
Oh, perhaps it could be said that cheats never prosper. But it was a bad miss by Kevin Coverdale, who, after winning well early, was shaded then by Walker, but he's certainly come right back into the game, and Coverdale's a beauty.
Up the other end of the ground, please. Wooler's going to full forward, and Wade is coming out to centre half forward. The ball to the half back line, miles away from where they are, as Cooper takes the mark. Wade is now at centre half forward. There he is. The ball up the other end of the ground, and marked in fine style by Devine, who was certainly one of Geelong's best players and one of the best on the ground.
He's had 18 kicks.
Here's his kick back and in short. Watts fumbled, but then regains possession and kicks into the centre of the ground. It bounces towards Farmer. His kick is into the goal square. Mark to Fred Wooler. A change brings quick results for Geelong. Wooler at full forward. Wade now at centre half forward, and the change was made only a few seconds ago. Gary Young, you'll notice, has gone back with Wooler. And Phil Hay has temporarily, or perhaps permanently, stayed with Wade. It's a goal, and it just gets in too.
It was a goal, and as Tony, you said, a quick result, and Bob Davis is a lot happier. But I notice that the Hawthorn runner has come straight out, and he's put Phil Hay back to full back and Gary Young out again to centre half back.
20 minutes of play gone in the third quarter.
I'm not at all in agreement with this move of Fred Wooler up to full forward, particularly with Wade at centre half forward, because I don't think Wade has got enough speed on this to play on the half forward line, and they've got to get the ball down to the full forward position to get Wooler into the game.
Comments from Jeff Leake as umpire Crouch bounces him again, and Farmer again is good. Hines tried to knock it on. Plenty of players there, too many for the game to get moving, and the umpire will ball it up. It's only 10 yards from the centre circle, Geelong's way. Nalder's left foot kick is coming out to the centre wing, and Arthur in front takes the mark. Devine's very smartly on his wheel and won't let him play on. And the Hawthorn skipper, who's been going great guns, kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Goodland is in front. He spills the mark off his chest, and then he's met solidly with a fair bump by Mort. The ball out towards Woodley. He hand passes for Orbiston. Orbiston having trouble regaining his feet. Walker puts him down, and it's a free kick to Orbiston.
And well deserved. I'd say that David Orbiston is lucky to still be able to get up on his feet and take the free kick.
And only 12 yards from goal directly in front.
7 points the difference at the moment. Only 1 point the difference. The closest in a long time if Peck kicks this.
Here's John Peck, a punt kick. And it's a goal, the third goal, kicked by the Hawthorn full forward. And there he is looking pretty happy.
And it appears that Geelong are the tired side after the half-time break. Not Hawthorn as most people thought. And there's a score, 1 point the difference with Geelong, 58 points to Hawthorn's 57.
And at this stage of the third quarter, 22 minutes of play gone.
Well, West has been quite happy to play behind Peck because he's been quite assured that Peck hasn't been able to mark well. But this is a bad error now for him because Peck is starting to mark quite well.
At quarter-time, Hawthorn led by 3 points. At half-time, Geelong by 16. Here it is, nearly the end of the third quarter, 1 point in favour of Geelong.
And through Mort, Hawthorn come forward. The ball is towards Woodley. He overran the ball. Peck comes out to meet it and just avoids trouble. Goodland picks it up. He's tackled by Arthur. His kick is in first. And it comes to the half-back line for Geelong, who are having plenty of defence work in this quarter. Hawthorn have taken the game away from them. Devine puts Uren down. Then there's another solid bump traded between Arthur and Goodland.
And Tony, unless I'm mistaken, that Uren got was well out of bounds.
There's the throw-in, knocked down by Woodley. It's still on Hawthorn's half-forward line. Ian Law taps it out, picked up by Woodley again. He gives it across towards Coverdale. He flicks it out towards Law. Law gives it to Olsen, running through. A left-foot kick by Olsen in towards full forward. A chance for Peck. Peck takes the ball. He's slung by Roy West. It's holding the ball. The free kick to go Geelong's way.
And a good decision again by Kraut, because West grabbed Peck by the jumper and certainly slung him forward, but Peck had possession of the ball.
There's the kick by West. Up high for Geelong was Watts. He takes the ball on the ground as he falls, and he's tackled by Beck. And the whistle is gone, and umpire Crouch will ball it up because Watts could not get rid of it. The ball is almost in the centre. Knocked down by Geelong. Coming through is Fisher, barging his way through the pack, but he's well tagged. And the whistle is gone again. Another ball up in the centre of the ground, and it's 1 point the difference. Geelong in front. Farmer takes the ball out of the air, retrieves it, and handballs it wide to open up the play for Geelong. Doug Wade couldn't take it. He comes in now and grabs it. He's tackled, punches the ball away. The whistle is gone. It's being brought back again, and the free kick is going to Doug Wade.
Well, now, this is a controversial one. I believe that Wade was grabbed in the same manner that West grabbed Peck in, but he is receiving the free kick for around the neck, and I cannot see any difference away that either player was grabbed.
Jeff Leake's comment comes home to me now. Wade definitely slow in getting rid of that ball, lumbering along that half-forward line. I wonder, was it a wise change? One could hardly criticise Bob Davis if Doug Wade kicks this goal from centre half forward. He's just the boy to kick from here, but it's a long way into those goals. Torpedo punt is well on its way. It's a long kick. It's a beauty. It gets the distance, but it just misses out.
Tony, when you were saying he could kick that, I was shaking my head because I didn't possibly think he could make the distance. But he did, but it was not a direct kick, a straight kick, and this has brought up Doug Wade's fourth behind, and he has not scored a goal.
There's a kick-off by Phil Hay, taken by Sharrock. Sharrock on the half-forward line, sends one in towards goal. A good long kick, but again the ball slews away, and it's 1 point. 25 minutes of play gone in the third quarter.
And Sharrock has also kicked 3 behind straight. Geelong lead by 3 points.
I think that Hawthorn's back in the fan seat at this stage has come about from their playing the ball instead of the man, and they look a much better side and a much more competent side in this quarter.
Phil Hay's kick is a beautifully timed drop kick. It's a pretty one to watch. Brown missed the mark. Gary Young behind. Alistair Lord is number 4 alongside him. Gary Young still gets his kick in. Good play. He was under severe pressure. Stuart Lord up the other end takes the mark. Stuart Lord is on the centre wing. Kicks to the half-forward line. Farmer up too soon. Rowley. Now it's Hines. Hines nearly brought down by an accidental trip. He's going to be paid it anyway.
It's going the other way, it appears, Tony.
And he shows his disgust.
A player that's in front have the free kick given against him. I don't follow it at all. They were the only 2 players in it. Did you see it, Jim?
Ian, I'm with you. I don't know what that was for, and I can't understand why Geelong were brought back 15 yards, because although Routley threw the ball hard, it went straight to the Hawthorn player.
Ian Mort handballs it away. Comes out towards Fisher. He's edged out. Kicked off the ground for Geelong up to the half-forward line. Punched away from Doug Wade. It comes out towards Ian Law, but coming through stronger is Brown. Brown is tackled after he takes the ball, loses it, and it's out of bounds on the half-forward line for Geelong.
We've had 2 minutes of time on in the third quarter. It's very nearly three-quarter time. Becker's number 4, Farmer number 5, Woodley 24 behind, and Watts number 28 juggle it. They all have a go at it. Now it's Nolder, number 3. Nolder's kick is to the centre wing on the far side. Peter Walker spoils the mark by Coverdale. Mort comes into Shepherd. The ball is across the line, and there'll be a throw-in. Just Geelong's side of the halfway mark. Mort. Strong. Ian Law. Drop kick is good towards Peck. Peck's getting set for the mark. Can't take it. Uren on the ground. Grabbed by Routley. Uren's getting the upper hand on Routley now. The ball going towards Scott. He'll have to mark. A timely mark, as you see. He was very close to goal, and Graham Arthur was on the move.
And that is Scott's 6th mark.
3 minutes of time on in the third quarter as Scott kicks the ball wide to the wing. Three points the difference. Geelong in front. Farmer, a left-hand tap down. Coverdale picks it up. Goggin dwells on him, then grabs him, but Coverdale gets rid of it. But there's nobody there to pick it up. Goggin is sandwiched by Mort and Fisher, but he's okay.
He's very lucky to be okay. I see Crouch is going to give the penalty, but if Goggin had received what a Hawthorn player tried to hand out then, he would have been on a stretcher.
Billy Goggin on the half-back line for Geelong on the outer side. Sends it forward with a punt kick towards a big pack of players waiting for it. Goodland is up. Behind him is Woodley. Picked up by Doug Wade, who's playing at centre-half forward. And here's Doug Wade heading for home as he sends one in towards Wooler. Leading out from full forward. He pushes Hay out of the road, but it's over the line, out of bounds, 30 yards from the Geelong goal.
4 minutes of time on in the third quarter. 3 points the difference. Geelong in front. Geelong have the ball down at the scoreboard goal. It's in the full forward pocket on the outer side. Yates versus Woodley. Woodley won it. Arthur couldn't pick the ball up. He tried. So too did Parkin. The ball is in Rice's possession. Gives it across to Alistair Lord. Alistair Lord shoots it for the sticks, but it's one flag only. Lord has scored 1 goal for the Cats. A chance there to score 2, but he was a long way off the mark. 4 points the difference, 61 to 57. Geelong in front. Phil Hay with the ball and ready to kick it off with 5 minutes of time on gone in this, the third quarter.
Phil Hay favouring the outer side of the ground again. A lovely kick. Is a beautiful kick all the time. He sends it up towards Goggin, who almost takes the mark. Plays on. Goggin has the ball. He's tackled by Parkin. Handballs it out towards Hines. Hines is going to be tackled. He taps the ball in front of him, but it's out of bounds again. Still in the Geelong scoring zone with 4 points the difference. Geelong in front. Throw in, Farmer, knocking the ball down over Woodley. Coming through is Stead Hay. Picked up by Hines again. He kicks it in towards goal. It could be a goal. It's through.
It was Colin Rice who kicked that. He's very like Hines, particularly when they are nuggety like that. And that is Colin Rice's 2nd goal. Geelong now lead by 10 points.
The siren's gone. It's three-quarter time, and Geelong get back to a 10-point lead.